Lex from Seattle. Good evening, Lex. How is life, my friend? Give me 1 second. Announcements. I just need to hide these notifications. Consigliere. Good evening, friend. How is it going? Good. Put my kid to sleep. Been with my wife and been at work. Came back from work. Been with my wife and kid, and yeah, put my kid to sleep. Took a nap with him while he was falling asleep, and now I am here with you fellas. Give me 1 second. Let me just set these lights to something that I like. Let's see what it is that I actually like. Interesting. Nah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but that's what it is. That's how it is, basically. Standard stuff, more or less. Cool. Great. All right, so let's see. I streamed last night, right? Did I not? Yes, I did. Yo. Good evening, buddy. What is this crap? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll just do some stuff. We start somewhere today. Did I even start these things? Let's see. Let's see what it is that we do. What it is that we hack on today. So basically, I think last night we've been smacking this out, right? Yeah. And technically, if I just go and do another thing here. So let's just do something like this. I don't know why I'm not actually generating more stuff with Faker. We can solve that in a second, actually. So I'll just do this. We have this little issue still with the actual select. That's really weird, so we need to take a look at that as well. Man, shut the fuck up. How you doing, friend? How's life? How's life? Alright, so yeah. Well, I wasn't sure if I was gonna stream today, but by the schedule, it seems that I'm supposed to stream today. Tomorrow I'm not gonna stream. We're having some company event tomorrow, so yeah. Alright, cool. So yeah, so we start, I guess, here the stuff that we finalized yesterday. I guess I don't actually remember, but did I make this to take a class name? Can I say gap4 or something? Yeah, I can. Okay, great. I guess we should standardize that as well to some degree. But we'll see about that. Okay, so let's go to the API just very quickly, because I've noticed that the Faker that I haven't touched in a very long time isn't really, yeah. Yeah. Localhost, yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. Man, shut the fuck up. What's up, my friend? How's life serving you? And let's go to let's go to, where did I want to go? Faker, right? Yeah. create an article, I guess, right? Yeah. We're actually gonna do the real tags soon. We're gonna do the real tagging system soon. So, but absolutely we can. That's super simple. Yes. C development database. Bulk create users, right? Create user for each user, create some tags, and then it's a little bit weird. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Why is it so that? Yeah, that's so weird. Okay, give me a second. Studio, my friend. Good evening. Yeah, we're back with another stream for sure. I'm just taking a look at some of the database seeding. I don't remember how I've done this. Create user, and then we loop through the users. This dot models dot user. Yeah. I see. All right. So essentially the problem is I'm saying, hey, only see the database basically once. Don't do this like every single time, right? I see. Okay. So so what I'm actually going to do here then, I'm gonna say something like wait, sequelize JS force true. Yes, sync sequelize force. Yeah, exactly. So basically sequelize that sync force true. This is basically gonna should rebuild all data. And then if I do this, technically now I should have developer not found. I see. Okay. And let's take a look. Hi Alexander, password hash. Password is indeed password. Oh, I see. Okay, so let's fix this basically. So okay, so I can see that. Let's fix this. It's been a while since we and I think this is my Redis complaining now. So give me a second. Matty, my friend. So happy to see you. It's 16 months. Jesus Christ, man. That's crazy. So let me see. Where am I called? Where am I? Yeah, so here I am trying to hash some users, right? When my application boots up. So I suppose that this thing here is farting out, right? So I guess this users is undefined or something. Let's see. Yeah, so users hash is empty, right? So why is that? Let's see, where does this get? So get all the users. Okay, do I really need this? Give me a moment. And the main question is my local Redis instance running? Yeah, my local Redis is in fact running. So it has to be our faker that's farting out, right? Create the Redis hashes, yes, faker. So here we're gonna get a bunch of users, I suppose, and then for each user we want to create a create an article, right? Are we actually? So let's take a look at the database here very quickly. Did we in fact create any users? User, yeah. So we didn't create any users. That's weird. Okay, so let's fix that. It's been a while since we used our faker like this. Okay. So what do we have? If it has no tags, return seed tags, password. This.model.user bulk create. Okay, probably here we need to update something. First name, last name, email, username. Let's take a look at our user model. Probably missing some shit, right? Country. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, interesting. I did, man, shut the fuck up. Give me 2 seconds and yeah, I did. And studio, just give me 2 seconds. I just need to focus on this and I'm with you guys. Just 1 moment. Just let me focus for like 2 minutes because I think mainly what we're missing here is email confirmed, password, country, username, email. Okay, let's use ChatGPT just to. Let's use my Jean-Claude Van Debug. Given my SQLized.js schema. Jesus Christ. Update this faker call. Yeah, something like this, I guess, right? Maybe my assumption is that this is why we're failing to create some, right? So weird. Why is it? Yeah, I mean, this is a different issue, right? I don't think this is the problem. So let's take a look at the faker. Why is this? Create user. Countries.length is fine. That's good. Let me just, yeah, fucking useless comments, man. Come on. Yeah, all of these should be created by default, I think. So, yeah. All right. So we have create user. See test database. Yeah, this is not the one, right? We need C development database, right? All right. So is this actually being called testing dog cat cow? Yeah, so it is creating this crap. What the hell is happening, man? Huh. seed tags, if it has tags. So it has no tags, all right? Okay, so we are, I guess, getting some errors, are we not? Duplicate any user email key. All right. Are we trying to create multiple users with the same email? What the fuck, man, is happening? What's up with our faker? Tag ID, user ID, yeah. Let's just, yeah. And let me actually stop. Let's just say here, let's just comment out the Redis stuff, right? Just for now. Let's stop trying to cache this in Redis until we fix the faker. Okay. CDB starts here. In the API, seed tags. Let's start debugging. No tags already exist. Relation user does not exist, and this is happening where? So I think we're trying to, relation tag does not exist. So I suppose we're trying to, yeah, create something ahead of time before something else exists. So let's see, what is that? I just wonder if it's actually here or not. Let's see, console.log error creating tags. Is this transactional? Because I have this is not a transactional, right, thing. So none of this really makes sense. Name and description, yeah, that's correct. So we have a try and catch here anyway. Okay, so this is where we start. So yeah, so we are in fact failing here, right? Yeah, exactly. So we got to this point, have promise solve here, right? Well, we do need a map, obviously, because we are inside of a promise solve call, right? And why is this not throwing? That's the question, right? Yeah, so this, I mean, it's so weird. I mean, it's not failing. What the hell? I mean, I'm sure that this worked before, right? I mean, yeah, it's been very long ago, but so what the hell is happening? Yeah, so this actually manages to finish, I guess, right? And see, wait a minute. Done creating, unless I've created a different database entirely. I have no idea. Maybe we're writing to the wrong database. No? Wait a minute. Yeah, so it is development database for sure. Public tag. Yeah, what the fuck is happening, dude? I'm completely confused. Model.tag, is that the name of the yeah? This dot model. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh, fucking idiot. Okay. Play one game, my friend. Good evening. How's life? You went to the dentist. Nice, man. Jacob. Good evening, buddy. What a fucking waste of time, man. Jesus Christ. Why am I wasting time with this shit, dude? Oh my fucking lord, man. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Seriously, like, Jesus Christ, man. What a huge waste of fucking time, man. Unbelievable. Unfucking-believable, dude. Absolutely fucking stupid, man. Cannot believe this shit, man. My day, man, was pretty good. Standard stuff. Not much really. Not much difference than generally. How the fuck does it already exist, man, when it's not in a file? Okay, now it created some shit. Jesus Christ, man. At Examov on YouTube. Good evening, buddy. Good evening. Alright, so now let's see. It seems fine now, I guess. Maybe. Did it actually create anything? Or that force crap? Yeah, so the problem is yeah. So this force here basically fucks it up, right? Just nukes everything. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that was the issue. Sure. Hyatt Alexander. Password. Isn't that the password? Jesus Christ, man. UI settings. Ah, okay, so the faker shit that we did. Okay, I think we got it. It's fine now. Okay, so I think the only thing we really don't need, we'll just let. So we don't really need this crap, right? Oh man, so freaking annoying. Okay, and I'm just gonna do something. I'm gonna go to I think I'm gonna go here. We're gonna go over here, right? We'll actually, yeah, we'll still actually do this check, so it's fine. The only thing that I want to do, I want to make more posts for each user, right? So I'm gonna say, hey, make 15 articles for each user, just something that's why we started this. Then we're gonna do this. We're gonna nuke all of it, and then we're gonna do this again. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 articles, it seems. Is that true? Let's see. And then, yeah, let's re-enable this Redis cache. Should be fine now again, I think. And I think, yeah, I mean, this is something we should have done long ago, right? I mean, technically, right? But Dio1, good evening, buddy. I mean, I actually don't care about this crap, right? Let's just remove those consoles, just so it doesn't produce this shitty noise. This as well, right? Yeah, we can actually leave that there. Create user password hash, yeah. All right, cool. So user experience, where is this shit? You can ask any question, man, of course. Models, no. So let's go to user experience. Is that part of the user model? Experience, unfold. Yeah, user experience, yeah. All right, so let's do this as well. Let's go back here, create a faker function for this as well. each user has any reason for using Redis over something like... I don't actually see what SQLite has to do with Redis. Can you elaborate a little bit more? These two databases have completely different application and they solve completely different problems. That's like saying, you know, yeah, generate user experience. Yeah, that's I think I have this enum somewhere, right? Yeah. So we're gonna do something, I guess, similar to this, right? Rebecca, my friend, good evening. Then we're gonna fill this array with something. I just want to generate some experience as well, right? Then we're gonna say, you know, user, I guess, experience, right? Models user experience, I think if I remember before, yeah. Create. And then really what we need to do, we need to say here, this dot generate user experience, right? And we're gonna do like, come on, dude, are you kidding me, bro? Why the fuck are you closing that, man? So annoying. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna generate. Okay, so I guess here we need to say bulk create, right? Can I do that? So we don't basically need this outer map, do we, right? I don't think we do, no. So fundamentally, we just need this, right? What the hell happened there? Let's see. Yeah, this is because we're not in the async context, right? So that's why, I guess. So I guess I can just say promise resolve, right? And then I can do something like this. I don't actually know if that's gonna work, but either way. Where am I using bulk create here, right? Yeah. So this technically does return an array, right? Well, I mean, the thing is, and please don't take this wrong, I mean, we can talk about these things, right? But I think before you formulate that question and opinion, you first need to know what the thing that you're comparing something that you've used does, right? That's like saying, hey, why are you using X, but you never actually checked what X is and what also Y is, right? So yeah, so this is not to criticize you or anything like that. It's more just to say that, yeah, fake or random array element is not a function. Okay, so let's fix that. That's fine, right? That is not bad. So it's just, I think that the ChatGPT farted out a little bit. Wait. Faker.js API. Can I this most likely has been so moved to the helpers, right? Yeah. So this should be rather like something like what? That's our front end. So helpers maybe array element, right? Yeah. Okay. Faker company is deprecated. Faker company, please use Faker company name. Okay. Company name. Okay. Got it. Got it, bro. Got it. All right, that's good. So fundamentally, yeah. So we're gonna do this again. And I don't think this is fine yet, but we'll see in a moment, right? Because I think, did we actually generate now any user experiences now? We did, but I don't think we associated them to the user, right? Most likely, yeah. So the user ID is missing. Okay, that's awesome. No problem. That's not a big deal at all. That's great. So let's go back here, right? And we'll just so let's just say here, I guess, user ID. And then we'll go over here and we'll say user.id, I guess. Then I'll do this. And then I'll do this again. All right. All right. See what's happening now. Okay, so user ID is there now. Let's see now what's... So our UI doesn't like this. It's probably the data that we generated. It's the fake data that we generated. Maybe the date isn't correct, and now some of our utilities are farting out, right? Experience item. Let's actually see what are we getting. Of course, yeah. Because this has to be a valid. It has to be a valid. Content, JSON content, it has to be a valid, basically, tip-tap content, right? So let's fix that. So go back here. I think I have that for the article, right? In the article, we basically have some faker lorem ipsum that we create. Yeah, so basically this is it, right? So yes, to generate user experience description, essentially, I think is a rich text, right? Which is basically has to be, yeah, this, right? And then the description, go back here, do this, do that. This is basically just to regenerate all the data, just to kill everything. Let's try now. And there we go. Okay, great. So now we've generated some experience as well, just so every time I want to test this, I have to, you know, waste time with this crap. All right, and that's great. Let's go back to this thing. I'm actually going to generate, let's say, 10 different points for this. And I'm going to go back here, regenerate again. Oh, Studio, wait, what was the question? Let me answer it if you have a minute. What was the question? Let me just read it. If you have a minute, let me know and I'll answer it now. If you're still around, if you didn't leave. I just copied your question. So let's see if you're still around and I'll answer it now. Okay. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. All right, awesome. So let me answer this question. I need to create an app for my A-levels practical exam, and I want to do it in React, but can you suggest where else do I have to use for? It really depends what it is that it's a requirement. You don't have to use anything else. If it really depends on the requirements. I mean, if you don't need a persistent database, you can just have a front end that stores it in local storage, or, you know, like IndexedDB. you know, or something like that. So it really depends what's your goal, right? You need to tell me the scope. You can use, you know, dexy.js as a IndexedDB kind of wrapper. So you can just store everything in the browser if authentication and data persistence isn't needed, right? If the data is needed and you have to do that quickly, then I would probably recommend you to use some free managed database, so something that you can host that really anywhere. So you need to give me a little bit more info, and then I can, you know, because I need to know what is the requirement of this practical exam, right? Because you must have some requirements. Do you need a database or not? Blah blah blah, etc. Right? Yeah. Then you need Dex. Then you don't need anything. You just need React app, right? So what I would suggest you to do, go to like Code Sandbox or something like that, right? And just do everything in there. Have just a JSON file, you know, or a state or whatever, and then just store it. Like technically, I mean, that's how you would build things anyway, how you would mock it up initially, right? Even if you are building a production ready app, you would mimic some API that returns some shape or form, right? So for example, if you're doing a new project, right, what you would do, you would go to Swagger, right, for example, and you would even define your API without writing a single line of code. You would say, okay, I'm gonna need these endpoints, and you know, they're gonna return this data, and then you would generate JSON using something like Faker to mimic that API. Then you can build everything, right? Then after all of that, you could start building your backend, right? So backend is never, and of course then you have Storybook, right? You remember we're using Storybook for our this is your best friend when it comes to front, right? If you're doing any front end and if you're not using Storybook, you're making a huge mistake, right? You're not doing something correct. So Storybook is a great place where you can isolate your pieces of application, front end app into, you know, smaller pieces, smaller Legos, right? So there's a lot of things you can do to help yourself. And then there's a lot of things you can do to shoot yourself in the knee as well, right? So my pleasure, man. My pleasure. All right, because we're in this polishing phase, guys, obviously, as you know, for many streams now, I'm just gonna ensure that our Faker is awesome so we can finalize these sessions and start implementing, you know, things like Noster and a lot of these protocols. So bear with me, I'm sorry, but bear with me. I basically now, we are at the stage where I just wanna polish, round up a lot of these things, and I've noticed that, you know, we have courses and meetups and a lot of this stuff, and we are missing content, right? I don't want to be fighting, you know, my front end and manually be creating these items just because we have to polish things up. So let's spend a few more minutes just with Faker, right? Because I really need to have this data generated for me so we don't waste this whole time just creating, let me create an article to see how it looks like. That's a huge, absolutely huge waste of time. Huge waste of time, right? So just bear with me. We'll extend our Faker a bit just so we don't need to I mean, should have done this long ago. At least, I mean, we have, but we since then introduced a lot of other features and we didn't generate any fake data for these, right? And this organizer ID is going to be the user ID, right? So this is going to be who is the organizer, who organized the meet. I'm actually going to have to take a look at wait a minute. And then we'll need to create events for each meetup, blah, 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 blah. We'll see about that. So where's my model? How did I design this in a database? Organizer ID, user ID. No, this is meetup members. That's different. Meetup schema. Yeah, we have organizer ID, country blah, so that's good. And then we'll also have to call, because we're basically bypassing our API, I'm not calling API to generate these things, right? So we'll have to have a bunch of these associations here, but then we have meetup member schema, and I will need to push myself for that given meetup, right? So yeah, so essentially in here, add member to meetup, right? And basically, I think it's this association. We have a meetup ID and a user ID, right? So I mean, it's quite a it's quite a silly function, but yeah, it's declarative. So let's keep it like that. Okay, so we have this generate meetup, and we're gonna, yeah, I mean, yeah. Nitrogen, my friend. Actually, right now we're not. I mean, I just started the stream a couple of minutes ago. I'm just extending my faker now to just generate all the necessary data, because we're now past couple of streams we've been polishing a lot of things, and I just realized when I started the stream that we're missing a lot of data that I have to manually create, you know, every stream when I want to test if something works. So I'll just add these missing, a few of these missing seeds, basically, right? So I'm just extending my existing faker with that, right? I think, wait, is this the table name? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've built this backend. All right, it is. And then here we're going to say generate meetup, even though I don't like the word generate. And this really, shit, come on, man. Generate meetup, generate, okay. Yeah, I'm actually sorry, I can't call it generate. I'm going to call it create, because I think I called it, I used create everywhere else. So I'll just say generate or create user experience, right? And then we had generate yeah, all right, whatever. So create meetup, right? Yes. And basically the organizer is going to be the user, right? So I mean, let's start there. Let's start there, and let's nuke everything, and then let's yeah, get it back up again. Let's see if it farts out and fails. Let's go to the meetups table. All right, well, it created some meetups for sure. So let's see. Okay, wow, it did. That's great. So if we go to meetups, we're gonna have a few of them. That's great. And I think the same thing here. We're using TipTap as a rich text editor all over the place. So I'm sure that it's most likely the summary or the description that's the problem. I would actually say rather that it's the description that's the problem. So let's fix that just as we did with the other things. Create user, add members to meetup, create user experience. Yeah, so basically we'll just do something like this, right? I'm gonna grab this stringified JSON object, and here I'm just gonna do this, gonna do this, and gonna do that again. And then, yeah, let's refresh. Meetups. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what the fuck is this? What type of images is it generating? Jesus Christ, man. Faker is truly amazing. Okay, well, yeah, that's a little bit hilarious. And yeah, we're not gonna allow, we still haven't implemented any, what's it called? I can't, I don't know. Anyway, okay, so that's good. Did we actually associate any members to it? No, so that's what we missed, right? You can see there's meetups without members. That's technically impossible, right? So let's go back here, and every time I call a meetup, right, we need to create meetup. Yeah, over here we basically need to also associate it with. So we're gonna say this dot models, and shit, yeah, we need to get the ID of this thing, right? So we can associate it back. So what does this do? This returns the actual, yeah, okay. All right. So here I'm gonna say const created meetup, right? And then we're gonna do the same here, basically. I'm gonna say this dot meetup dot, and I think there's a table meetup members. It's basically a junction table, right? Yes, so meetup members. Yes, I'm gonna say this is my meetup underscore members create this association. Here we're gonna say something like meetup add members to meetup, right? This is gonna be meetup ID. Yeah, I mean, we don't really need this utility necessarily, right? Because this is what it essentially needs. So I guess user ID, yeah, something like this, I suppose, right? Add you, and I'll actually just get rid of this crap. Let's see if that works. All right. Meetup ID, user ID. Okay, I think that's what I messed up. Give me a sec. It's yeah, it's meetup. I think it's sheet. Yeah, no, actually, that potentially is fine. Let me just print. Does this actually yields any results? Because I suppose this is where we fail. All right, so actually it's good now. Okay, cool. So if we go to meetups, yeah, all right. So now we have associated member to these meetups. Yeah, we'll need to now, we'll have to, okay, so that's so good. So we have that, so now we have generated a few of these. We'll need to generate some events for them as well, right? Because, right, and why is this? Okay, cool. And then what it is, we have meetup events, right? Meetup event photos, attendees, organizers. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Meetup event organizers, yeah. How long have you been working on this project? I mean, I started streaming, what, like a year ago? I mean, this whole platform has been built inside of this stream, right? So I do this just after work and wife and kid. So yeah, you can go and sign up if you wish. But how long? I don't know. I mean, this whole, everything from infrastructure, front end, back end and stuff has been, this whole stream is about this platform, right? So it's hard to quantify, right? I don't know. you know, there's streams when I just answer questions and I do nothing, right? So it's a little bit difficult to know. But yeah, it's been built with everybody, with the community and stuff like that, right? So I don't know. It's hard to say, to be very frank with you. It's something I do just from the perspective of passion, right? Also, I built a bunch of libraries along the way for this, right? You can also take a look at them here. But yeah, I built a bunch of open source libraries along the way, right? Because this whole project, you know, I'm not using any external library for UI or anything like that, right? So this is, for instance, our component library that we built in this stream, right? So you can actually also, and it's open source, you can also take a look at it here in a storybook, right? You have a typo on GitHub. Where is the typo? Oh, really? Nice. Okay. Let's fix it. Interesting. Thanks, man. Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, that's what it is. The question now is, should we proceed more with the faker stuff, or should I just now start actually fixing some things? Yeah, we have a lot of these that we'll have to replace and stuff like that, right? Courses, have the courses. Yeah, there's crap. Okay. Just give me a second. I need to think. Let's also go to our backlog. Oh, okay. Somebody reported a bug yesterday. Oh, wow. Okay. Really? Oh, okay. Okay, so you see what's happening. Okay, let's fix this bug very quickly. So somebody reported this bug last night in the stream. This, like, if you go to a thought and then keep clicking on it, it pushes to the history, right? Which makes sense. Let's go and fix that. I think that this is in a thought content, I believe, right? Probably we have some history pushed somewhere, and this you know, increments the history by that history record, right? I can only assume that thought content or let's see. This is like a tweet in this platform, right? So let me just quickly try to fix that article. So it's here basically, right? Most likely. Is it? Yeah, I think it's most likely this. Yeah, right. So you can see as I'm clicking. So basically we have to say, hey, well, only push if you're not here already, right? So that is the bug, right? It's like, hey, why am I navigating to something that's already... And this is just the side effect of the fact that... I mean, fundamentally, I think we just don't need this. I think that's what the bug is, right? And this should fix it, right? And the reason why we have this is, I believe, if I remember, I made this so you can actually go to these tags. And it doesn't actually seem to be working anymore properly. Let's take a look. I mean, these are some... I see what's happening, probably. Okay, but never... Either way, this fixes it, right? In this context, I think. Let me just test this, that's what we did last night, yeah. And we also don't need that, so I'm gonna go to this, so we can actually push some of this stuff to production already. So yeah, these cards here, I guess we don't actually need an author here because you are on someone else's profile. So let's take a look at this and take a look at that, so that still works. Okay. So let's, let's just make sure this is mobile friendly as well. I don't remember. Yeah, it isn't. So let's go to our external Yale library. Let's open another project. So we need to make sure that that's, so I'm going to open another editor here, and I'm going to go to our Louis GUI, right? And I'm going to run my storybook, and we're going to go to the cards components. That's one of the recent ones, and I need to remember to update the tests because this is most likely going to fail. Give me 1 second. So let's go here. Come on, man. Louis GUI again. Let's run the tests. All right, so all of them are passing now, but let's leave them in the watch mode. Yeah, and we need to make this mobile friendly, right? So so this is the number of columns, right? But if it's mobile, we have to say, well, essentially for each one of them, we have to say if it's mobile, no matter what, always show everything kind of vertically, right? So essentially, I guess the easiest way to do this would be to say, hey, you know, something like, you know, grid calls 1, and then MD this, right? Let's update the snapshot here, okay? And then so the test, one of the tests is failing. Expected, let's see which one is it. It's this one, right? So let's fix that. Applies the correct grid blade, blah, 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 okay? How can we simulate here now because now it's getting this thing, shit. I mean, I guess the easier way would be to say grid calls 1 on mobile, and then, you know, if it's MD, then apply this, right? Ah, I see what's happening. Okay. No, this is actually fine. This is correct, yes. So let's just fix the test. So the expectation now suddenly is wrong. Which one is it that's failing? Expected element to have grid. This, we got the grid. Grid calls 1. So this is now our expectation, right? Is it this test? No. I updated the wrong one. It is actually this one, right? Come on, man. Oh, yeah, I see. All right, so the tests are now passing, but let's actually make sure that that's really what we want, right? Just because tests are passing doesn't mean that's what we want, right? It's easy to make, to get, you know, false positives, if I may, right? So let's just go here and say cards. Let's actually make sure of that by checking an actual mobile size, right? Let's just disable grid. Yeah, I mean, okay, so almost, right? But I don't like this, so we need to yeah. So the cards seem fine. I'm not actually quite sure about the padding and stuff. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds. Is this just the storybook margin? I think this is just my margin around the actual story, right? So we need to fix that maybe as well. No, I don't think so. We'll see. So that's okay now, right? Now we need to go to the single card as well and make sure this is mobile friendly as well. So let's actually go to the card, the single one, and let's go into mobile mode, small mobile. So you can see we have the author, the title, so this has to look different in mobile, right? So we have the author potentially, we have the date and time, right? Yeah. So here we can say, you know, flex col MD, flex row. And, you know, we can see, say MD center. So we have the, yeah, not quite. That this makes absolutely no sense. And this probably needs to be below. What the fuck is happening here? Wait a minute. Where's my title? And also, yeah, this should be H2 probably. No, I mean, it's maybe fine. The author, the date, yeah, maybe I can leave it like this. It's I'm actually not bothered by that much. So let's just add, make sure that, so we have this MY, which probably only want on desktop, right? And let's take a look at this. So we have some gap of 2. We probably want either, so we want to kind of condense it a little bit in mobile, right? So we get that extra space. I don't actually know, to be very frank with you, but I think it's fine. I think it's not disgusting too much. Cards. Yeah, I think that is okay. Okay. Do we have to update any tests? No. Weird. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's bump this and push to npm. So version 99. So do this. Bam. Index. Yeah. So we basically ensure that this is always vertical and mobile, and then yeah. So that's cool. Tests. What 1 test have been updated. What is this card? Yeah, we just made this mobile friendly, so that's okay. And let's make this useless update package JSON and card. Jesus Christ. Make cards, make card and cards responsive. Great. All right, cool, super. Let's go here and just push this and create a new tag. So git push to master, and then create a new tag, which is going to be 99. And then we're going to push that tag as well. Cool. That's great. And let's go to GitHub now. This is our core library. So let's go into actions and let's give it a chance to, hopefully it's gonna lint this properly, and then, yeah, let's see. Yeah, and then, yeah, we can push this once, hopefully it's fine. We'll see. I mean, I could have also locally linked it and improved it that way. So this was a little tiny mistake. I guess we could have just linked this this package locally as we did last night. Just link the actual, make a symlink if you may, but it's fine. Let's push this, then we're gonna install it, and then it should, I hope, be fine. Yeah, I actually didn't fiddle too much with the vertical spacing, right? So maybe they should have been a little bit separated, but well, we'll see in a second. All right, cool. Reset viewport. Okay, that's great. API. So we're gonna leave that there for a second. We'll also see what we do with this. Do we normalize this in the API? I mean, we can't do this because this kind of localizes the date. It uses the local date or whatever. This sort of stuff, of course, yeah, we'll see. Maybe this is fine. I don't think this is a big deal. Okay, published to npm, so it, sorry, to Storybook, so it is published here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's wait for this thing to end up on the npm repository, and then we're gonna install it locally. Let's just refresh. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Cool. Let's see what's happening now here. All right, so yeah, I mean, yeah, looks fine. I think it's the all good, so that's actually great. So if we get back here, right, we have this external class name to this cards that we've designed as part of our core library. So I think this gap here, essentially, yeah, we can just say, hey, the gap on MD is this, and so this is actually pretty awesome, right? Because that spacing that I was just talking about a second ago, it's actually not a problem. We can just say on mobile gap is 4, and on desktop it's 8. And yeah, this I think it's reasonably fine. I think I don't think it's disgusting. And then one thing that I've noticed, we need some spacing actually here before we push these changes to production. So just a little bit of spacing here, right? Where the hell is this crap? I guess this is profile header. Oh shit. Or header, yeah. So what is this? We have about somewhere. So this, yeah, social toggle follow. Let me just put some random text in here just to make sure I'm in the right component. Yes, I am. Yeah, right. So just a little bit of spacing there, so it's not so glued. Because on mobile, when you're switching back between them, interesting. Yeah, I know. So let's leave it py4. Yeah, okay, that's acceptable, I think. All right, cool. So let's push this to production. So we bumped the Yale, right? Yeah. So let's just say here bumped Yale. This is the bug that somebody reported, right? So that we last night. So let's just say that this is resolved. So we'll just I mean, we could technically link this thing. Let's just say here no. Oh, it's probably somewhere all the way down. Yeah. Oh, wait, is this all staged already? No, I don't think so. Okay, useless commit as always. It's fine. Cool. All right, beautiful. Let's go to Cloudflare pages. Install chat. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, let's see. View details. All right, cool. So let's wait for that to be deployed. That's great. Super. All right, so what I'm actually going to do now, I'm going to go to we're in a polish mode for a couple of streams, so that's what it is. We need to now reuse these cards and card component all over the project. So basically, just for your information, what I'm basically doing now is more or less stabilizing this core library and almost making a framework for all features. Fundamentally, the reason why this cards component is important is because I'm gonna enforce the same layout across most features, which means I'm gonna reuse the same card across a bunch of other places where data like this is presented. So repositories, okay, maybe not experience, but you get the point. So this is more about now getting to a point where we any great designer would enforce you within few possibilities, so you don't rethink every new feature in different way, right? So we're gonna just constrain ourselves no matter what we do, like even with the meetups and courses and stuff. We're gonna try to reuse these very simple core components, right? That way we can just spam features very fast because these components are tested, and then we can, get used to a lot of these components, and users can actually understand, how to use the UI better, because the UI for the most part and UX is gonna be the same across different features, right? Okay, so this is now in production. If I go to programmer.network and I go to profile, yeah, so this technically is now here. Does it work? Yeah, we'll need to fix that. Let me just open it up on my phone. Give me 1 second. Let me open it on my iPhone. Born. Just 2 seconds. Awesome. Okay, it looks actually very good. Looks pretty awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is very good. Yeah. Tags. Yeah, that works. Okay, super. That is badass. All right, cool. So let's go back to localhost and let's fix another thing. So yeah, this page obviously got messed up as I was doing a lot of these things, so we're gonna go to and fix that very quickly. It's not, it should actually take us very little because it's a fairly simple thing. Tag top authors. All right, cool. Okay, I see. Yeah, sure. So this is clearly too small, too big, obviously, right? Yeah, actually, this should not be heading at all. This should be a paragraph, right, or something like that. Capitalize, no. So let's just nuke all of this crap for now. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So we're gonna just improve this slightly bit because this sucks right now. Cool. Okay, so we'll make it flex. We'll say border text primary text color divided by 40. Can I actually do that? 20. Does that actually work? It should work, I believe. Yeah, exactly. Okay. We'll do that. I'll say P2. Yes, I'll say item center. Gap 4. Gap 2. Then here we have to say MB0. PX4. PY2. I just want to try something. Yeah, I actually like that better. Does it make sense? No, actually, no. Actually, does it make sense? I have no idea. Probably not. No. Yeah, I actually like that better, and I'll use it because of that. I don't know if I actually want it to be rounded at all. I just want to give it a shot. I'm just trying less is more, right? I'm trying to not have anything useless on these pages unless it's necessary. So all right, never mind. All right, whatever. Okay. All right. Let's kind of smack it here. Just try to change its position, and then actually do this, right? In fact, actually do this, because this should already technically be mobile friendly, because I think I used that snap, CSS snap before. Yeah, almost it is. Okay, awesome. Okay, so starting to look better. Yeah, we can see that we should probably have, yeah, there's a little bit, yeah, okay. Let's go back to this crap here. Let's see what we just changed. I think we most likely removed something that was most likely necessary. No, all good, all good. Okay. So we set min width of max, meaning, yeah, in this context, just size should be whatever the content is, right? The question is, should we make them the same width, or should we do it like this? I don't actually know. Min width full. No. What other options we have? Fit. Okay, cool. So these are the top authors, right? Well, we're always going to show top 5 for the tag for that category. Okay. So okay, we're gonna still do that, sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be even better if we would kind of emphasize this guy. I mean, I think back then when I added this, I think I wanted to incentivize users to kind of write articles so they're featured under these tags if they're active, right? So I think we could even be more radical in this context and just smack this bad boy into the tag header somewhere, even kind of make it like, let's actually just see here visually before we waste time doing that and we dislike it. Let's just use the good old elements panel here. And let's just drag this bad boy somewhere. So let's kind of drag it here. Clearly not there, all right? So let's get in here. Yeah, so what if we drag it below this title, right? So we go, hey, how about you go here? No, that would make very little sense. We go here. No. Okay, good. So essentially we still want it here, I guess. Okay, cool. Then what I'm actually going to do here, we'll get rid of this. We'll actually, yeah, I guess we'll get rid of this entirely as well. Flex with full. Okay, so we have this thing there, sure, but let's clean this crap up. It seems there's a bunch of shit here. That's, yeah. Ah, I see. Okay, so that's why. Okay, cool. MD gap 8, flex column reverse. Yeah, let's figure that one out. So here, it would be ideal if we use that's so weird. Okay. Awesome. Okay, that's acceptable for now. Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah, I used to have this working. So what happened with this logic? Essentially, before I had Leo, my metal friend. I'm so proud of you, dude. I'm so proud. I feel like a dad now. I feel like I'm your dad. And I'm just so proud, man. Seeing my dear Leo going to these concerts. So beautiful. So beautiful. Good, man. Of course it was fun. Nobody ever went to a metal concert and said, oh, this is so not fun. Oh, I see. I see. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, you know, you have to keep going and then you always find something that works, right? Shit, man, there was this. Give me 1 second. I just need to think. Before I lose my. Where was that thing that I implemented? I don't remember. Okay, fuck it. Yeah, man, same. Tomorrow I'm not gonna stream. Tomorrow I'm at with my wife and kid, and you know they're also coming. We have some event at my office, so gonna be there until 5 in the office. Then my wife and kid and all colleagues are gonna bring their kids and stuff. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. All right, so I see, right? I see what's happening here. So I think exactly this is what I want. Yes. Becca, good evening. How are you doing? It's going really well. I'm just hacking away. It's yeah. Just yeah. What is to say? Standard stuff. What about yourself? How is life? I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say don't stress out, and rather I would say get used to it, right? Because at the end of the day, that's great, right? Because you're gonna get some experience. Because job is gonna be stressful in some ways as well, right? So, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is get used to it, right? That's not related to Next.js, right? That's related to the whole modern JavaScript, right? So, but yeah, you're right. It's not ideal. The dependencies are painful to deal with. Yeah, for sure. I'm with you. Hmm. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. I mean, I guess if we wrap it in a div, huh? Why is that? That's good to hear. I mean, I am honestly here for the same reason. Just some of you folks are here, and it's no different for me, to be very frank with you as well, right? I mean, I do the same. I'm here because you guys are just. It's basically mutual, right? Some of you pass by, say a word or two, and sometimes you ask a question or two. So it makes it also easier for me as well, right? I don't think it's one-sided. I mean, sure, I mean I can help a lot of you guys, except you youngsters, with a lot of good advice, I think, and I have done that to many of you, and that's what brings me a lot of joy. But it's it's a bit for both, right? I mean, this is a lot more fun for me as well when some of you guys are around, right? Because at the end of the day, I do this because because of that, right? If you guys weren't here, I wouldn't be obviously streaming. At least a lot of you who are here, like whenever you have the time. Of course, I don't expect you to be here all the time, nor I'm here all the time. It would be silly to do that, right? Wouldn't be healthy, wouldn't be something I would advise, but yeah. It's just why. I mean, okay, you know what? So actually, I have an idea. Never mind. I'm going to use the navigate, actually. But instead of that, I'll just get rid of this. And then here I'm going to say, on click, and I'll just say go to tags, and we don't need to carry any state, right? Okay, great. So that's good. Yes, and then we can get rid of this crap, right? Now, oops. And then here we can say width full, right? Yeah, okay, cool. But we want to say only on I guess something like that, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that is, I mean, a lot better than 20 minutes ago, right? A lot better than 20 minutes ago, that much I can tell you, right? All right, cool. Top authors this week. Yeah, I think yeah, I think that is acceptable, right? Would you agree with me? Authors. Actually, how do I evaluate it? We'll need to actually take a look at that in the API as well. We'll need to change that logic, right? Because yeah. So let's just call this top authors in this category, I guess. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I'm honestly, yeah, a lot more happy about this than it was a few minutes ago, right? I mean, I would maybe just like to try one thing very quickly. Okay, let me just try it because I'm unsure about one thing, but I'll just do that. Okay. I mean, we could show just the avatars, right? You come to a tag and you can kind of see only the I mean, that is the hardest part, right? Of obviously of UX and product building, right? You sometimes do something and then you realize, shit, this can be a lot simpler, right? So we can just have this, right, and put it elsewhere. And I'm literally gonna do that. Just have avatars of people, right? And just keep it simple, right? Instead of showing their names and stuff. And we can even overlap them a little bit, so make them a little bit bigger, like make it like 48, right? And then yeah, right. And we actually don't need then any of this crap, right? So this now suddenly becomes different. So we need flex, and yeah, we just need flex for now. And then we can say, hey, for each one of these bad boys here, right? Yeah, we don't actually, yeah, we need first and last name, sure. Actually, here we're gonna have to use, get display name. No, I'm gonna say something different though. It's gonna be basically something like this. Let me just try one thing. Give me 1 second, Leo. Just let me just focus on this for a moment. Is my actual avatar even taking a class name? I don't remember. No, it's not. Okay. So, but I basically wanna overlap those, right? I wanna kind of overlap them. I'd like to overlap these those avatars in simple words, have them kind of each other powering. Are earplugs worth it? Depending for what. I have the earplugs and I mostly use them when I'm biking. But when I'm in the office or home, I don't use them. So are they worth it? Well, you have to define what it is, right? If you get what I mean, right? So depending for what, right? This is completely stupid, but it doesn't matter. What did it suggest us to do? Yeah, exactly. This is what I want. Awesome. That's great. Super. That's literally what I want. Yeah. Oh, sorry, man. I didn't realize what you're asking. I thought you were talking about those earbuds or whatever. I don't use that, but I mean, if you have sensitive ear, and I think if I remember, you are quite sensitive, then yeah, it could potentially help you. Yes, yes. Woke earbuds, exactly, exactly. It's so weird that I didn't extend this avatar with a class name, and that sucks ass. Where's my? Am I still running? Give me a second. Where's my avatar? Avatar. Here it is. Where's Louis Gui project? Shit. Yeah, okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. We'll just live with that. Yeah, it doesn't unfortunately take the shadow, which sucks completely. But that's what it is. I guess actually I don't need this. Yeah, so that's actually awesome. We went from one thing to completely another, which actually I'm very happy with. So now so yeah, so now we will actually have to move this, unfortunately, inside of here. And I think I'm going to smack it in here. Tag info data. Poti. Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, like, the thing is, I like that, right? I mean, I genuinely want this stream to be that. Me building this platform and, of course, helping you guys, right? Or having nice discussions. I actually don't like too much crap, man. I mean, it's a huge waste of my time and your time, because a lot of these, anywhere you go, in most of these streams, especially gaming streams, somebody's just talking crap, and it's not useful. It's a huge waste of time. I have, in fact, yes, I fixed it last night. I just yeah, I just stood. I was just here until it was fixed. So, but yeah, eventually it got fixed. Yes, for sure. Eventually it got fixed, yeah. The fix was fine. It's not like, yeah, it was fine, yes. But yeah, we'll work a little bit with that more, because we basically, yeah, we just passed the navlink. So yeah, the fix was fine in short, yeah. Interesting. I'm just looking for a follow icon. Yeah, I mean, is this worth that much of a time? Absolutely not. But I just feel like doing it. And when you feel like you want to do it, well, then just do it. You might not feel it again anytime soon. No, okay. Follow tag. Maybe subscribe. Subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. Yeah. 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 Sure. Why not? I think that sounds, that's a word that people are used to. They're bombarded by that crap all the time. All the time. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I think yeah. Actually, thank you very much. You're absolutely right. 100%. I think that's a very good point. I honestly, I'm like a little bit zoned out. I didn't even notice that. That's a very good point. Where did you see that? Yeah, exactly. The subscribe, right? Good point. Thanks. Very good point. Awesome. Ah, I see what's happening here. Okay, sure, no problem. So we're looking at mobile now, and so I think what I want to do, if it's mobile, I want to center this, right? So I guess what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to say, hey, well, on mobile, be flex, or I mean, I guess we could MX auto literally, right? Yeah. No, you're not messing at all. It's a very good point. I would have missed it. I would have missed it, and then there would have been an inconsistency. So absolutely. PB2, where is this crap? So let's just say MD PB2, yeah. Then if we go, yeah, all right, cool. Is there like shit? All right, fuck it. Okay. Mm. That's weird. Why? Flex justify center. Oh. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. MD block. What? It is flex, all right. Is something overriding it? Let's see, it seems to be. Okay, so we are inside of a flex element, and that's okay. That shouldn't really matter. Ah, I know why. It's because of this, right? Yeah, okay. Leo, my friend, thank you. Happy that you enjoyed the concert, man. I'll see you on Saturday. So keep in mind, the next stream is not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be Saturday. Take a look at the schedule. So if you're around, if you're awake, yeah, please come around. I would love to see you if you are around, of course. And I'm just gonna take a look at this this quap. Oops. Bexy, good evening. Likewise. All right, cool. I don't actually know, but I think this is a lot better than, I mean, we have this now, so I think it's a lot better than what we have in production. So let's do incremental as always, right? We can do just as much with the time and time investment into this. So let's just fix one thing and then let's push this. Yeah, Bexy, it was fixed. It was fixed last night, yes. I didn't give up. I just went on, and it was, yeah, I mean, it was fixed and it's in production, it works, but am I, yeah, it's, yeah, it's the outcome is obviously good. I mean, at the end of the day, you want things to work, and that's fine, but yeah, I don't, yeah, it's, I still, it's still, yeah, you know, it's not as the outcome is, I wish the outcome was more clear to me, right? Like, hey, so I mean, the thing is that I didn't really fix it in so basically for some reason, right, it seems that so I can maybe draw it for you, right? So basically, right, it seems that, so you know how you know, in React you have this context, and context is basically just basically an object that you share with the children of your with your React tree, right? So you have your, like, this can be, you know, browser router, error boundary, anything that wraps your app. And then, you know, if you want to use the navlink, for example, or anything related to the routing, right? The history object, the location hook, use location, use history, or to say use location. This navlink has to be in the context of some, you know, router context, right? Which means it needs to be inside of the browser router, right? And in our case last night, it actually was, but for whatever reason, this external library, our Yale, right, component didn't understand that, because I think it needs to be in the same context. So it's almost as if I was supposed to export some context with the library, which of course I can. So anyway, in simple words, this card component now, or cards, it just takes a navlink as a prop. So I need to pass it the, I guess, a reference or a reference to this navlink most likely has a reference to the actual enclosing, or to say to the context that's wrapping my app, right? So this navlink has to be, I guess it has to be bound somehow to your router context, right? In our case, you know, here's our browser router, right? It wraps the whole app. So I don't know. Either way, if we go to article list, Max, my friend, good evening. This card component now takes an actual navlink component as a prop. So this is the best I came up with, and it works. Obviously, do I like this? Not really. I wish that I didn't have to do this, because this card should in fact understand it should be able to use the context, consume the context, right? But it can't. So that's just how it is. That's what it is. What's up, Max? How are you, my friend? All right, cool. So I'll push this to production. Yeah, that's actually a useful commit for once. All right, cool. All right, guys, so let's see if there's any questions, if there's anybody I can help, because I think I'm gonna round up now. It's 11:30 here, And I'm gonna have a long day tomorrow at work, and then some events at work after that. So let's see if there's anybody that I can help with anything. Otherwise, it's a goodbye until Saturday morning. And keep in mind that if you want to hang out here in the Discord channel, right? There's a schedule that I finally created after a long time. So make sure to take a look at that. But I think the next time I'm gonna stream is gonna be on Saturday morning basically. So make sure to look at that calendar if you wish, because I think it should show the time in your locale basically. It should show the time where you are, right? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna wait for a minute or so and to see if there's anybody that needs anything, has any questions. And yeah, please, if you have a second, join our Discord. Then obviously sign up on Programming Network. I would very much appreciate your feedback, and if you find any bugs, to report them and stuff, because at the end of the day, yeah, this is built for with the community, for a long time. So if you have the time, please just sign up. It takes 3 seconds. You can sign up with your email or Twitch or GitHub or LinkedIn. So yeah, I would appreciate that. Yuvraj, thank you as well, man. Thank you very much for being here. All right, well, I guess it's time to go. I wish you guys an amazing Friday tomorrow. And the evening tomorrow as well. And I'm gonna head off, and I will catch you all guys up on Saturday morning, at least here in Copenhagen. So if you're around, yeah, let's hang out. Peace out, everybody, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Pote, good night to you as well, man. Cheers.